Yo, what's up? So let's continue. So last stream we did a lot of work here. Like all of this. Wait, is this working? All this area we did it in last stream. Also these clouds here. So now we have few things left. So first of all, we have this area here, which doesn't really need that much detail because the menu will have like this gradient and of course also the buttons. So you can't really see what's happening behind there. But still, I want to add some detail, even if it's very simple. So I'm just going to add like, some very basic mountains. I could actually even like copy paste this part here. Maybe I can like, mm, for example, take this part here. Just like since it's not very that important, maybe you can just do it this way. Just copy paste it. Wait. Maybe you can do something like this. It could work. Mm, oh, I know. You can invert it like this. Okay, no, I can't do this because now the lighting is coming from the other side, so I have to keep it the same. Maybe you can rotate it. Nah, doesn't look right. I'm just going to keep like this part like this. Mm, no, bro. Is it too obvious that I'm just copy pasting? It's kind of obvious, but I think I'll just throw it because just in case. I remember what was the brush I was using. Maybe this can work. So I'll just do some mountains. This brush is kind of weird. Well, this one. Like I'm copying this color, the color I'm painting is different. Like why? Doesn't make any sense, bro. Wait, maybe it's because to disable the clouds. Yeah, it's probably because of that. No, it should be the same. Yeah. So let's just do some weird mountains. Like I have mountain around here. Also, there's this weird thing that they started here, but they never finished it. But for now, let's just continue with this one. So maybe it can get to this part here. Maybe I can add some water here, something. Let's decrease the brush size so we can have more details. The perspective of this mountain cannot feel soft. Probably I should compress it a bit vertically. So like this. Yeah, it looks better. And then now this color here can have it cut. Mm, how do I even fix that, bro? I guess that works. Yeah. What's this weird thing I have here? Like, was I going to do some mountain here? I don't even know where this mountain is there. Mm, do I just think yeah, I'm just going to delete it and instead of like a forest or something. Like forests look actually pretty nice. So I can use the same technique here. Okay, so let's look. Mm, then the gradient. Yeah, I'll just add water here and then here some kind of forest. So let's start with the forest. Right. I need some smoother brush. I need smoother edges, bro. Like this. Mm, yeah, this is not smooth, bro. I guess this one's the only one. Yeah. So that's going to be a forest. Now let's add like a tree detail. I think I used this pencil at like 170 pixels, like this. Just like some texture lines. And this part in particular doesn't even need to be that perfect because it will be covered by the buttons anyways. I just don't want to have it empty. This kind of works. It's not perfect, but I don't care about perfection here. And here I'll mm, just continue this pattern of like darker color pigments. Yo, actually, there's someone in the chat. Wait, I'm waiting for almost half an hour. What's up, gosh? It's late. Mic is not. Do you mean for? Don't you hear me or what? Oh, maybe it's noise suppression. I think it's because of noise suppression. Wait, what about now? This is as high as I can talk right now. I'm just going to add some more of this. Also, you need to add a shadow for the mountain. Yodelta, what's up? I see you with the headphones. I don't even know why am I wearing them. Like I'm not listening to anything. I just like left them on. Bro, it's 12, like it's 0, 0, 0. I don't know if you see it. I can't talk right now. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave this part like that. Because again, that part will be covered by the buttons and the gradient. So I don't really care about it. So let's now focus on the coastline because I think I can improve it a bit. Let's go now with the clouds. So I'm basically only missing the clouds in this area. So I need to make a new layer. I'm aware that no one stands at the main menu and looks at the artwork, but yet I want this to look as clean as possible. In clouds are easy, you just have to draw some white circles and add shading to them. This should be below, yeah, like that. I just want like some cloud around here, and that's it. Doing the same layer as these ones. I know if I want more clouds. This one should have more white spots. It seems kind of too dark. I think I'll just leave it like this. Let me just add some the clouds like this. That. Okay, I think we're done now. So let me organize the layers. So basically we have, well, of course, for some reason I have the ground on different layers. Don't ask me why. So look color if I have like this darker color there. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it like that. So we have, let's see. So the water and this, like these three layers will be rendered as the same image. Then for the clouds, we have the front layer, which is only this cloud. Then the middle layer, which is where it is so unorganized. That's the middle one. Okay, we need to swap them. And then you have the back layers. Then there's this other layer. That one, which kind of has the glow from the clouds. So this means that I probably need to separate it into 5 layers in total. I could even have 2 layers for the ground, but that could look weird, so I'm not going to do it. Is there anything specific that the main image is based off? It's just a random landscape, that's it. Well, this part is Goku's house, okay. That's the only canon thing. Like, let me show you. I looked at this image in particular. Wait, why is it so small? So you can see that's the house, and behind it you have that mountain, which is this mountain here. Okay. Like, that's because on last stream came asking me to add it, and yeah, I decided to add it there. Like, bro, it's Goku's house, bro. Bro, this is so epic. Oh, you're laughing at Goku's house, bro. So I know, like, what I should do now is export all the layers and put them inside of Unity and make the parallax scroll effect. So how do I even do this, bro? There are so many layers. Do I have to? Do I have to make invisible the layers I want to render and then export the image or something like that? Bro, I kinda like it without the gradient. Delta, what's your opinion since you're the only person watching? Is it better with the gradient or without it? I think I should add a gradient but have it less dark or less noticeable, you know? Maybe. Let me try. It looks natural with it. Okay, so I'm going to try. Yeah, like it goes along well with the buttons. I agree with that. Yeah, but maybe it's a bit too exaggerated. Let me try do a second one. So how about this? Which one is better from these two? Yeah, don't worry about the buttons. Like these are not the buttons. Like they will look similar to this, but they are going to be like they are going to be animated. I will show you now when I get inside of Unity. But like the sizes of the buttons are going to be managed from Unity. So like it doesn't matter how big they look here. Like my question now is, what do you prefer, this gradient or this one? Like I guess the stronger one is still better. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, let me try. Okay, this is like the same but less strong. Maybe like this? Or is the other one still better? I think I prefer this one now. Yeah. Make it cover too much of the top part of the LED half. Like this part, you mean? I know what do you mean, right? Like this part here. So like it's a linear gradient. But like there, you have the logo, you know, so I think it's fine. Like I get it without the logo, but once you have the logo, it kind of makes sense, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe, wait, let me try doing this. Bro, why is it so? Okay, so the options are either this or this. Which one is better? What do you say? So like this, okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I think the same. But like, I feel like I should have clouds back there. And I'm just going to do the trick of copy pasting clouds. I'm going to copy paste this one. Where is it? There. So I'm going to do this hack. To hack the background. I want to have it on this layer here, back there. So we have some clouds there because right now there's nothing. Where? Wait. Where? I messed up. Yeah, parallax scrolling. It's the same thing. I love DBZ Left2 uses from the backgrounds. Okay, that looks nice, I guess. The problem is that for the menu, you will see, bro. You will see. Now let me try export layers. So first I'll do the ground. So let's remove. Oh, but there's this weird thing back there. Like what's that, bro? This part of the sea is messed up. No. You okay? See, bro. Bertas came for like 5 seconds and then he went away. Okay, so this is the first layer. Like this part of the sea looks so bad, but after you add the clouds, it gets covered, so it actually ends up looking nice. So let's just ignore the fact that there's like this dirty mess here. Okay, so let's render this. How do I even render the export advanced? Bro, what? It's getting exported as. This is not a PNG. Oh yeah, I can't use a PNG. I don't want any compression more. I want maximum quality. I don't know any of these options. Just going to accept. Let me see if it went right. Okay, yeah. It rendered what it have to render. This is so big. You have Goku's house. You can clearly see. Okay, next layer. Next layer will be we remove all of this. But this actually looks epic. Just having the island. Bro, what? The clouds look yellow for some reason. Oh wait, I actually messed up. Bro, what is SCP-096? Which one is that one? The shy guy. I realized that I messed up because I have to add this cloud glow. if you see 4 pixels of him, he tries to hand you down. Bro, what? That's so cursed. Let me export again. Is it exported? Yeah, it is. We have that cool thing. It's not actually going to be animated, it's just going to be like parallax scroll, and that's it. But there's a problem with parallax scroll, and it's that I have to either zoom in more or draw more of this after the borders. But I will take care of that later on. For now, I just want to get like the effect going. So yeah, now I need to just export this, which is the front clouds. And then we have middle clouds. Then we have the further clouds. And then the extremely further clouds. And then we have the gradient, and that's it. This is the gradient. And the rest is just the logo and the buttons, which I have to import. But I still haven't imported though. I actually have to render the logo as a PNG sequence and convert it into a spreadsheet. Okay, so this is the last thing to export. And now let's go into Unity. Days without entering the project. Now you will see the animated battle with the GIF. It's pretty epic. Bro, look at this ugly menu. So ugly. Okay, anyways. Are you there, Luta? You have to see this very epic button. Look at this. It's moving, bro. And and it changes color if I hover, and if I press it. Wait, what? Wait, I have to. What do you mean, the old menu, right? Yeah. Okay, I have to loop the idle. How do I even loop animation? I don't remember. I have to go to the. Bro, where is this? Crap. UI menu, buttons, idle. Okay, look there. Okay, now look at the epic button. Okay. So it's animated because it moves, so you can see it changes colors. If I hover and if I press it, it goes faster, bro. It's so epic. It's extremely epic. Like the Super Saiyan aura. I don't know, I guess. Maybe. Okay, so now I have to finally get rid of this ugly ass menu. It is finally time to delete this background. Finally, bro. Bro, it just looks better if it's just a blue background. Okay, now I have to import the background. Let's create a new folder. Here I'll just drag all of the PNGs that I exported. And now I need like a bunch of images. Wait, why did I delete? Wait, I'm kinda not very smart because instead of deleting the object, I should just do what? Why can't I see it, bro? What? Wait. I just want to change the index. So like this. Okay. Now this is kinda too big. Like it's getting off the borders of the camera. Yo man, thanks for watching. How do I make this smaller, bro? Okay, like that. But I need to keep the aspect ratio. Maybe just the standard 183. Bro, okay, yeah. Well, actually, no, it's not correctly centered. No, but I need for it to be a bit out of screen so that I can move it around a bit. Okay. Why isn't there an option to like keep the aspect ratio? It's actually so dumb that I cannot. That could be pretty awesome. Like for PC, I want the camera to move depending on where your mouse is at. Maybe for phone I could do that, but that will be kind of hard to improve. So I don't think I will. Okay, now I need to add more images. So let's add the front clouds. Bro, where's the cloud? There's no cloud here. What? Okay, you know what's happening. Bro, what? Why is it getting rendered behind? Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, that's the reason. But why is it covering the whole screen, bro? Cloud dumpster, literally. I got dumpstered by a cloud. I don't understand. Okay, so yeah, it's because of this. It's using the sprite instead of the actual whole image. And I don't know why. I'm just going to open the sprite editor and by salsa, no, count, slice, apply, and now I have just one very big sprite. Bro, what? What's going on, bro? It's even worse than before. Okay, no. So the thing is that now through code I can move this around like that. Okay, so it will look like it's animated, you know. Now let's do the same with we have an empty object. From cloud and clouds. And clouds are going to be these ones here. So you have to slice by hand. No, I'm just going to remove the positions of the images through code. Like it's not an actual animation. I'm just moving around the images. I'm not going to actually do an animation. Okay, those are the little clouds. And then you have the far clouds. And the very far clouds. So let me delete that. And then the very far clouds. Epic. we have a thing inside of Unity, and now we have to do like the code. So basically the idea is the animation is going to simulate that the camera is moving, and like if the camera moves to the right, for example, the cloud that's in front will move more than the ones that are in the back. So I need to simulate a camera position, and based on the position I need to move the clouds around. And then you have, like, there's a problem with the ground, because like this part of the ground is closer to the camera than that one. So maybe it doesn't look too right because it's all in the same layer, but let's hope it works fine. I forgot to add the gradient. Wait. Does it look the same as here? I guess it does, but it's outside of the camera. Okay, so background, let's create a script. Finally, bro, I'm going to write up the video. Okay, how do I do this? So I have multiple images, and each of them needs to move by a different amount of space. Okay, maybe okay, I'm going to change the name of this. Let me delete the script. I want a different name. I'm going to call it of course Unity has to recompile every single script because I just deleted one script. So I'll call it come on. New pt later. I only want the second script, which is going to be new. Come on. Products. So the layer is going to read the camera value, which will be stored in the mini parallax. Bro, why is Unity so slow today? So here I'm going to just store. No, the AI is trying to program for me. 1, 2, 3. No, just 2. Composition. Bro, what is all this crap? How do I turn off the AI, bro? What's it gonna be like when there's even more features and characters? What do you mean, bro? I don't know what's the problem with having more features. No, this isn't Unity, bro. This is like the shitty AI code editor. And the slowness. The slowness of what exactly? Okay, just going to randomly offloading. I mean, when you load a scene, only the characters that you're using get loaded, I think. But like the reason why the current version takes so much to load is because I left an extremely big like you know how big that thing was. I had like an extremely big terrain that was disabled, but it was on the scene and it was getting loaded every time you started the fight. That's why the loading of the fights is so long on the alpha version. Like right now it's way faster. Let me randomly change position. Well, actually I can just change it by hand through the inspector. For now, let's just draw this drawing then. Bro, can I open it, please? Okay. So I don't really know how does it transform. Well, I guess it just transform the same as regular game object. So I just need a reference to this thing here. No, shut up, yeah, you know nothing. Like, it's trying to figure out what I'm doing, but it's like missing the point completely. Like, what is this, bro? I just need to get to this object, so I'm going to use is equal to transform find. No, I need to get to the parent game object. I don't remember how to do it. Okay, it's just transform parent. And then I just have to get like this composition from there. We just get and now here in the update, which the AI is telling me to delete for some reason. I'm just going to. Okay, this time it got it right, kinda, but not really. This by default will be 0. But by default, what's the position of this? It's not 0. That's not good. I'm going to do this and this, and then I'll just write 0 everywhere. Okay. And now just have to set realize field small, yeah, speed player, and then I just have to multiply this. So let's wait for Unity to compile the million scripts I have. And now I just have to set, well, I have to add the scripts. So the ground is a further one, so it's going to get a speed multiplier of, 1, I guess. And the front cloud is the closest one to the camera, so you get 2 maybe. Have to play around with it. It's 1.7. Then this one, and 4, and very far clouds. The gradient is not going to move at all. So now I just have to add this here. And technically right now I should be able to move the camera. Bro, what? What is going on here? Okay, this can explode. Getting zeros. Why is it moving away? Why is it going to this position? It should go to 0, not to whatever that is. What happens if I just write 0 here? Probably the problem is that the transform for rectangles works differently than I thought. Yeah, it goes to this position. I don't know why. You can just add that quantity. So let's copy this and this. And now this is the add. This up this offset, so there were a problem with strips. Bro, where did it go? What? Okay, I really don't understand how does the transform of the works function. Okay, I think I have to use maybe I have to use anchor position or maybe local position or something like that. Bro. It says it doesn't exist. Epic. It worked. Now, bro, is it not moving? What? Okay, I'm getting trolled. It's not moving. Show me moving. Oh, this still says 0. Why? Okay, maybe this copies the value instead of getting a reference or something. That's probably the reason. Yeah, look at that, bro. Isn't that epic? With the parallax effect, bro. So cool. The front cloud should move more than this. Probably. Let's make it 3. And this one 2. So basically, by default, I wanted to move a bit like this. And then when you move your mouse, I want the camera to follow the mouse a bit. So first of all, let me do like the base movement. So to move this position vector smoothly. So let's try, I don't know, like a sine function or something. Maybe and I'm going to draw. How just have a different, let's an offset, like a different period frequency. It should be nice, I guess. Well, I need to multiply it. So I'll put it like 50 maybe. I also need to see how can I add custom cursor. So instead of having the basic Windows cursor, I'd like to have a cooler one. Okay, this is not moving at all. Why is it not moving? Oh yeah, I forgot to apply it. Bro, that's epic. Okay, but it's going too far up. I need to decrease the amplitude. This is so cool, bro. Okay, let me make it 25 maybe. Thanks to that. This is so cool. But there you can see that the cloud gets cut. But yeah, I can fix that later on. Now I want to add it like a feature that makes the camera also follow the mouse. You know. But for that I need to be able to detect where the mouse is. So maybe so there's like a property called mouse position or something. But for some reason it's a vector 3, which is weird. Oh, it says the C component is always 0. Okay. If I just doing this plus, it's called input dot mouse position, but I need to transform it to vector 2. Okay, wait. Okay. Now I need to multiply this by some factor, right? Let me expose these properties. Let's fill plus minus speed and mouse minus speed. So here it is. Bro, I just realized something. Maybe I should like draw the sun there, so you can see like sun rays. That will look pretty epic. I can do that. I'll leave it for another day. So here I should have 25. Okay, let's try 10. No, wait. 10 is like. Wait. No, this is not going to work. Okay, this is 100% not going to work. Because I need position 0 to be the center, and then if you move away from the 0 position, then the camera has to move around. In order to do that, I need to know how does the engine calculate the mouse position. So we debug it so I can see. So right now it's going to look like garbage, basically. But it's fine because I'm just debugging. Wait, what? Why is it not doing anything at all? Or it's not moving. Oh, I'm eating trying to read it in producing. Oh, yeah, like I'm using a different input system. Yeah, I'm using the new input system. The mouse does not exist. What? Oh, I need to import. now it's technically going to work. Okay, it's working, but it's going to the opposite side. So it's supposed to. If the mouse goes to the right, everything should go to the right technically. I don't know why is it reversed. Oh, maybe. Well, I don't know. I'll just do this. Yeah. It's working. But like, this thing is getting the position of my mouse along the two monitors. Like, if I go to the second monitor, I can still move around. It's kinda goofy. I don't know. Okay, I might zoom out the ground layer because like there's a part of it that is not getting used. Like, all this part here is not getting inside of the camera at all. If I increase this a lot, can it be fun? Exactly. You know, generally the only thing that causes problems is this cloud here. That's pretty easy to fix, I just need to draw more of the cloud. But here all these cause problems. Okay, so let me fix that one cloud. I mean, one possible fix is to just make, instead of drawing it, like instead of drawing more of the cloud, I can just take it and make it bigger, you know. just increase its size. And that's probably going to fix the problem. It's still not 100% fixed, but we're getting there. It still needs to be a bit bigger, or I can just like move it down a bit. Maybe. I want to have like an offset property. Oh, this is a vector 3. Okay, now I can just get this from cloud and I can offset it to the left. I think we fixed the issue. Let's see. Yeah, it seems to be fixed. So this is basically done now. This thing I want to have like the sound there. Let me try. Let's get some bright yellow. Oh. Look at some sound references. So from the references I'm seeing, it basically has to. It's basically completely white. At least the center of it. But just adding that little dot there already makes a difference. So this is probably going to look finer. Let's say some brushes. What's this? Okay, this is not good, bro. Okay, that's interesting, yes. Can I use this for like sandwich? Probably not. They want to try it out anyways. This looks so good for you. Okay, that's so weird. I don't know what brush to use, but there must be something adequate. Maybe just this. And it's cool work. Yeah, this is the one. Let's do now some small ones. I think food would be there. It's pretty fine. But then this cloud here, where is it? This cloud needs to be way brighter. What? Oh, I'm using the wrong brush. Now it would be cool if I could add some more rays. Like, I don't know, there must be some good brush for this. Maybe I'll just leave it as it is. Okay, no, I need a better brush. Is the new update expected? It is not expected, like there's no date currently. It's going to take some more months probably. I have no idea. Bro, Delta, what do you expect? Like, you're seeing how much detail I'm putting into this. Do you really think I can finish this fast? Like, even if I stream every day, it's going to take a while. Like, again, good thing is, after this update, all of the basic stuff will be done, which means that every update after this one is just going to be me adding characters and game moves, and that's it. Like, I won't need to work on any revamps, like any base mechanic revamps, any menu revamps, or any bug fixing, nor any optimization, because I already took care of from all of that on this update. So it's going to get better. Okay, I think these sun rays are pretty cool. So let me now render it again. Wait, there's a problem. If the sun is there, you won't be able to see it from the game. It will be out of the screen, probably. And that's a problem. Well, actually, it's not a problem, you can just offset the background. Because in the end, this part is like the less detailed one. So it's fine if the camera moves a bit to the right. So let's again render background. Then we have these clouds. Let's now have sun rays. Bro, you have waited so long, you can wait a few more months. At least now you got consistent streams. Okay, how do I even update these images? I probably just have to re-import them and to delete the old one. That the new one. And then now I want some offset. So like this and this. Need to copy paste the values here. Okay, the sound is looking pretty neat. No, wait, but if I offset the background and everything looks like crap, you can't do that, bro. Hey, like, you can actually still see the sound, it's not that bad. So I can just leave it like that. Well, it's better here, but there's really nothing that can be done. Okay, then you have a very far clouds. You delete them and add them back again. Okay, let's see how it looks. Okay, see ya. Thanks for watching, bro. Bro, look at the sun, it's so epic. Oh, I was rendering this wrong way. Yeah, now it's definitely better. So yeah, this is pretty sick. Then we have to add the buttons. So I'm going to just remove all this. For this button, what color do I use? I know, straight blue. Oh, it's pretty cool. The text also needs the same color. And then the exit button. Okay, so I just have to add a test with more buttons and add the functionality to them, and then add the logo. But I'll do that on the next stream. I have to go sleep now. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll be streaming probably tomorrow, and if not, the next day after tomorrow. So yeah, see you next time.